Okay, great to have you guys boys back. Good that we're rolling. We're just going to keep this really simple, just kind of try and get right into it. First thing, we've got some revision here. These ones are basic revision of what we were talking about last week, which is using the equal sign as a balance so that you can flip numbers to the other side of the equal sign and make them do the opposite thing. So in this question here, for example, we're talking about that's plus 7, 3p plus 7 equals 22. So what the answer to p would, how to get that, you'd move the 7 to the other side. I'm already going to change it. So then you're going to get 29. I'm going to change that because otherwise I'm going to make your life too difficult. So moving the 7 to the other side for this example. So we'll write it down and we'll do it, sorry. Just so you can see it again. We're not doing good maths. You guys have visited that already. So 3p plus 7. I'm going to do the one that was written in there. Goodness, that's an awful 7, equals 22. So then first thing I'm doing, I'm not thinking about order of operations yet, I'm just going 22 minus, because it does the opposite thing, 7 minus 7, and then getting myself an answer equals 3p. And 22 minus 7 is 15. 3p equals 15. This is all revision for you guys. But then p is going to equal 15 divided by 3, which is 5. P equals 15 divided by 3, which is 5. So that's the sort of stuff that you're going to be doing that first session. The first section is relatively easy. Once again, I thought I'd better write you questions because last time I gave those worksheet style questions and I just didn't think that they reached your level, and then the ones I wrote, though they were progressing on from what was written there, that was too big a progression. So this time I've written all your questions, which controls it a little bit better for me and hopefully for you. Okay, questions that could be tricky in this first lot. There's nothing really that should be tricky. Minus a quarter. So on the other side, it's going to be times by 4. Because remember, it has the opposite function. So it would be, instead of dividing by, we talked about this last week. So that's just something to remember. Opposite function and opposite power on the other side. There's nothing really tricky in there. These ones, this here is going to get you negative 8x. So the key to this one would be get a number on this side first, then move it to over here. So 6 minus 1 is going to be 5. Then 6 times 5 is 30, because that is you're dealing with your bracket first. So then you've got negative 8x equals plus 30 equals negative 34. Then move that plus 30 to the other side, it'll become minus. And then the answer should become clear to you. Nothing really too tricky here. Yeah, I feel like you guys should be pretty good with these. Again, we went over them a lot last week, so I don't want to drag it out and make it hard for you. The next thing you need to look at is, these are for everybody. You should find them quite easy, but what I want to do is I want to show you what the deal is with them so you can sort of see it with your own eyes. This is a shape. At 1, it has 1 numbers of shape. It has 4 matchsticks. 2, it has 7. 3, it has 10. So if we write that down, 1 equals, I'm not going to do the equals sign again, I'm just going to do it that one time. 1 equals 4, 2 equals 7, 3 equals 10, 4 equals 13. Now, the key thing to look at is how much it's increasing by each time, because that's the multiplication, that's the multiplier that you're going to use. So if our number, and then number of to our total, because that's our total. And like, the difference between these two is plus 3. And these two, the difference between 7 and 10 is 3. And it's the same here. So because we can see that every time it goes up in 3s, we know that it's going to be the 3 times tables. It's as simple as that. N 3. So n, the number, times 3 to get to t. Now, if you look at it simply like that, 2 times 3 equals 6. So it doesn't get us there. We need one, like, plus 1, and we're at 7, which is right. So let's try that. 2 times 3 plus 1 equals 7. Now we check that formula throughout the whole thing. So 4 times 3 equals 12 plus 1 is 13. So that's how you work out the formula. You find out how much it's adding each time. That'll give you your multiplication table. And then you go and do one of them and see how much it is out by, and that gives you your plus or your minuses. Simple as that. You guys can smash through those. They should feel pretty easy for you. And once you've done those and you've had an experience with this here is your extension problem. It is very cool, and we'll talk about it on Wednesday. Simple. That is a pretty short video for me.